coming in hot, Chinch, on a Friday here, brother. What's going on, man?
I'm good. Remember, we had Brian Panuzzo on the other day, and he was talking about getting back on a wagon. And I was saying, like, I've been so lazy, I stopped working out for a couple weeks. Finally, last couple days, dude, ever since this thing, I was like, I gotta get up and start doing this. I worked out again the last 2 days. I'm back on the horse.
Dude, are you so sore? Are you so sore?
No, it's like the good sore, you know? It feels like...
like you feel like you're working your muscles.
Yeah, exactly. Like it hurts, but it's good hurt. So...
Yeah, that's great, dude. See, let's go. Tell Panuzzo listens to us every day. So there you go, bro. Your advice worked for Chinch at least.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
And a lot of other guys.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's great. If you haven't listened to our episode on Tuesday with Brian Panuzzo, really a mental performance coach, life coach, health and fitness coach. He's just a great guy. He has some great tips, but a lot of our listeners have tuned in. He offered a free elite dad jumpstart program. And a lot of our listeners have signed up, and a couple of people have emailed in. So thanks for doing that and listening. But there's a lot of great tips in there. Yeah. And obviously Chinch took some of the tips, and bam, he's back working out and dominating already.
Yeah, and it's free for our fans right now. You better hop on there. It's free.
Let's go.
Free. Give it a shot. Yeah. Free. If it's free, it's for me. That's what I would say. Hey, some news, sad news, but a celebration of a great man, great career. Gaylord Perry passed away yesterday.
Dude. Yeah. One of the best ever, man. One of the best pitchers ever. 300. I want to get the stats right. It looks like 314 wins.
Yeah, it's hard to go down his baseball reference page because it's like the longest page in history because he played for 22 years.
It's incredible. 22 years in the big leagues, 314 and 265 with a 3.11 ERA, over 3,500 strikeouts. I think the big thing about Gaylord Perry, he was just so consistent. You know what I mean? And I think. Ferguson Jenkins was on MLB Network, I think last night or the night before, talking about, when they would, I think Ferguson Jenkins threw 29 complete games one year and Gaylord threw 24 on the same team.
Unbelievable.
Like, are you kidding me? Guys are barely throwing one or two nowadays. Obviously, it's a different era, but different way to look at it. But I got a great Gaylord Perry story, dude. The 2016 All-Star game, I'm up in the MLB Network suite. And somebody comes up and they're like, hey, man, Charlie Sheen wants to know if you want to come down and hang out. He's in this box downstairs. I'm like, yeah, I want to go hang out with Charlie Sheen. Tell him I'll be right down. Because Sheen's a big Reds fan, and he and I have got to know each other over the years. Really, Charlie's a really nice guy. Yeah. So I go down and hang out with him in the suite. And his buddy Tony Todd's there, who's a great guy, too. They're good buddies, good buddy of mine, too. And, dude, so I walk in. It's Charlie Sheen. He's like, hey, what's up, Mayor? And I'm like, hey, what's up, Charlie? How you doing? Charlie Sheen. Gaylord Perry is in there for some reason.
I love it.
It's one of the weirdest. It's almost like you thought you were like dreaming, but it turns out you're not.
I love it.
Gaylord Perry, Tony Todd, and Ricky Henderson.
What?
Dude. Are the other people in this suite? Only us. Only us. So then Ricky's like, man, Ricky, Ricky's talking to himself. He's good third person. Ricky wouldn't swing at that pitch. You know what I mean? Tony Todd, dude, it was like the home run derby. Wow. Tony Todd has his glove on, huge baseball. He makes a diving play in the box.
What?
Over 2 seats to catch like a foul ball from the derby. I'm like, Tony, that's an unbelievable play. Charlie's, Charlie's doing his thing. You know what I mean? But Gaylord Perry, dude, is in there and he's yucking up old stories and telling us different things. And, and it was incredible. So like when matter of fact, I saw that picture the other day. Oh my gosh, I wonder if I could try and pull it up. I have a picture of me, Charlie Sheen, and Gaylord Perry. Right when I was leaving, Charlie was like, Case, can we get a quick picture? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I was like, Gaylord, get in this picture. Yes. It's me, Charlie Sheen, and Gaylord Perry.
So
it's
great.
Absolutely incredible, dude.
That is so great. I'm looking right now. Do you remember he was in an old timers game in the 80s? I remember this. It must have been like, I don't remember who did the team, but do you remember he played for so many teams that when he played in this old timers game, he wore a jersey with every team logo he ever played on. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up right now. Jersey, all teams. Normally I would think it's annoying for people to listen to people Google things, but Bill Burr does it on his show all the time. And I'm like, I hope he finds what he's looking for.
If Bill Burr does it.
Yeah. All right, here. How cool is this? He wore all of his, it's hard to kind of...
Back it up a little, Chinch. Back it up. Oh, that's so cool. No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember being a kid thinking that was the coolest thing. And he was like, you know how they call that one guy like the clown prince of baseball? Gaylord Perry, like, was always like, whenever he was at an event after he retired, it was like, Gaylord Perry's there, and everybody loved him, and he would always be joking around. Really cool. That generation of pitchers, man.
Such a fun-loving guy. I think he might have been,
That generation of pitchers, remember when we were kids watching him? It wasn't guys throwing 98 to 100, but it was Gaylord Perry. It was like Tommy John. Yeah. It was the Negro brothers.
Oh, bro, I found it.
Oh, you found the picture?
Hang on.
Send this to me, too. I'll put it up full when we...
Okay.
I can't believe you found it.
Here it is. Me, Charlie Sheen, and Gaylord Perry.
Oh, my God. You weren't lying. There's truth to that. Dude, that is an unbelievable
Isn't it so random?
Yeah, you guys got to go to our YouTube site to see it.
Here's the other picture. Hang on. Me, Charlie Sheen, Tony Todd, my buddy Mark Miller, and Ricky Henderson in the same box.
Oh, my God. Here, you know what you got to do, Case? Actually,
here it is.
The Office ladies do this. The girls that have the show from The Office, when they talk about something, post these two pictures on your Instagram for the fans. Oh my God, that's so good.
That's incredible.
Look at Ricky. Ricky's always.
Let me get the Gaylord one. Look at this. Right on the way out, I was leaving, and then next thing you know, me, Gaylord, and Charlie Sheen.
Dude, that is an all-timer.
Isn't that so random, dude?
Gaylord was like kind of like he was like the Santa Claus of baseball. He's just such a big, jolly guy.
What just a jolly old Saint Nick, just a jolly guy, a jolly guy.
How about he averaged, dude, 22 years. 22 years, he averaged 248 innings a year. Over 22 years, dude. When he was 41 years old. Wait, when he was 43 years old, he pitched 216 and 2/3 innings, Case.
That's what I mean. It's unbelievable. The guy was incredible.
What are you looking through? Other shady pictures on your phone?
Yeah, all of a sudden. Oh, no, dude, I got another. Okay. Now we're going down memory lane. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Look at this. Can you tell who that is? It's my son, Andrew.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't. Who's the other guy?
Okay, hang on. I'm going to get a better picture.
I could tell that was Andrew.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. All right.
Zooming in. Can you see?
I can see.
It's Bill Murray, bro.
Oh, no way.
So listen to this story, dude. So this is the same thing. So the day before I was with Gaylord Perry and them and Charlie Sheen. Yeah. So random. It's so funny thinking back.
What was this? All-Star or World Series?
This is the All-Star game 2016, yeah.
Where town?
We were right there in the front row.
Was this Cincy?
No, this is in San Diego.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that was my favorite.
San Diego.
That was my favorite.
So, bro, so we had that cool, Gaylord and Charlie. The All-Star games brings out the stars, So we have Manfred. I think Rob Manfred. I somehow got Manfred's tickets for that. He wasn't using them. He was up in the box, and I, somehow got Manfred's tickets. Yeah. So it was me, my son Andrew, my son Jake.
Right.
So
my brother sat with you guys. My brother and Ossico sat with you guys.
Your brother was there, and Jamie Foxx.
And Burns
and Dave.
And Dave Ossico. yeah.
Ossico.
I got a funny story at the back of this.
Bro. All right. Yeah, incredible. So we're all sitting there. And, I'm asking your brother, what's wrong with your brother? Why is Rich such a weird dude and you're so cool, Rob? Now, so listen to this. So we sit down at these seats, bro, and there's two seats that are like, it's the first inning. The game's getting started. They just announced the guys, game is about to start and everyone's fired up. San Diego's rocking. And we're in the second row, dude. The best seats right on the first base line. So nice.
I know. I got a follow-up story to this. I have an amazing follow-up story, but keep going.
Okay, awesome. Hosmer threw us a ball. He's like, because he was hanging, that's another great story. He's such a good guy, Hos, but, he was there playing first base, tosses the ball. I think Rizzo might have too. It was really cool. You get to know the guys. I'm basically heckling them. So anyway, it's about the second inning now, dude, and these two seats are still open next to us. Man, we're like, what? Who's sitting here? Like, who wouldn't come down to these seats? Mm-hmm. These are the best seats at the All-Star game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, brother. Here comes this one dude sits down, and then Bill Murray. So it's Bill Murray and his buddy sit right next to Andrew.
Oh,
right?
my God.
And I'm like, hey, Bill, how you doing? He's like, hey, Sean, how you doing? And, one of those moments again where you're like, boom, Bill Murray knows my name. Let's go. You know what I mean? So, like, and I'd run into Bill over the years, in Chicago. And it's funny that year in 2016, I would hang out with Bill again, and every night after the World Series with, him and Chris Chelios, Vetter, and Bill Murray. It was just incredible.
Unbelievable
how these things happen. Anyway, that was that same year. So anyway, we're sitting there, and Andrew at the time, so that was 6 years ago. Andrew at the time was 15. So Andrew was 15. Jake was 14. And they're all fired up, dude. Like I said, we're right there. And they don't really know who Bill Murray is. And that was like, they know who he is, but they don't know he's a legend, right? So I'm like leaning over to Andrew, like, hey man, that's Bill Murray. Like, just heads up. That's really cool. SNL. I'm going back to back in the 70s SNL. So anyway, Andrew, I'm like, hey, you guys want something to eat? They're like, yeah, Dad, get some chicken fingers and fries, back now. All right. So we go up, get some chicken fingers and fries, come back, sit down. And next thing you know, like, we're watching the game. It's the third inning, and Andrew leans into me because I'm 2 seats away from him. He's like, Dad, Bill Murray keeps eating my fries.
What?
Bill Murray is doing the no look. Is eating my son's fries.
Oh my God.
Like, Andrew hasn't said a word to Bill Murray. He's going Bill Murray on my son. He's eating all his fries. And he goes, what should I do? I go, let him. I go, let him eat all your fries. So, dude, Bill Murray ate all my son's fries.
That is a great
legitimately.
You should have had him sign the fry case.
We blew it. We should have. Yeah. And then two innings later, bro, Bill Murray comes down with a big thing of fries, and literally, like, here you go, Andrew. He's sharing with everybody. But it was incredible. It was such a great Bill Murray story. He's doing the no looks fry steal.
That's unbelievable. I got a follow-up to this that you don't even know. You don't know, but it involves you. This is an unbelievable story. So,
what? Just
for everybody to know, the place I formerly worked, which most people know the name of, you would think if you work for a sports team or a sports network, you get all the tickets and stuff. Au contraire, mon frere, you don't get anything. Like, you're better off working at Home Depot because they have all the executives. I'm not kidding, dead serious. Like, I'd be like, call your friend at the bank. Somebody at Bank of America has better seats than I do to these games. So, Jess was with me, my brother was with me, but Asako was there too. And so I'm like, I'll take care of the seats. I'll get the seats, whatever. I get the seats, dude, from the company.
Yeah. I
go and I'm starting to walk. We're walking. And I got my brother with me. I'm trying to impress him, My brother's like, Hollywood guy. We keep walking. Dude, blood starts coming out of my nose. I'm like, where are we going? How high are we going? We get up there, and Mark Deaver is already sitting there in the same spot like this. Dude, we were in the top back row behind home plate. And when I say top row, in San Diego, when the guys, and it was the Derby, and they're trying to hit home runs, and we're looking, and we are so much higher that not one ball reached our eye line, and we couldn't tell if anything was going to hit the wall or go over the fence. Oh, my God, Deaver was fuming. But I was like, I can't. I'm like, Rob, just go. Because Asako, has, first of all, like, he used to book, like, the entire celebrity softball game, so he would get access to it. I'm like, Rob, just go sit with Dave. So that's when you and Rob are hanging out, and Jess is sitting there, and I'm like, just take a walk with me. So I run back to our production truck, and I, Jess is saying hi to some people. She wasn't there anymore, and we're sitting there, and I sit down, and I'm like bummed out, and I look to my right, and there's 2 of those golden tickets that you're talking about. 2 tickets,
like
no, to where you were sitting.
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah.
And I go,
where in the trailer?
In the trailer, just sitting right next to me. In case this is a true story, I look up and I go, whose are these? And somebody goes, oh, those were Casey's. He left them here. And I was like, what?
I did.
So I grabbed Jess by the back of her neck and I go, let's go. And if you remember, I sat there with you guys from like inning 4 till the end because who invited you? Didn't use your tickets, and they were the tickets to those amazing seats.
That's right,
guys. At home, it was the first. It was like right. We could have been in play.
Second
almost.
row, it was second row. First
yeah,
but
remember they extended it. They made like a box there, like how cities do New Year's in a city.
Box. Yeah.
Oh my God!
They were Manfred's seats. Yeah, thanks Rob for those seats.
Yeah, well, thanks Case for leaving your seats in a truck.
No problem, Chinch. Dude, I knew it. I knew they were for you.
Yeah. Here we are years later doing a podcast. That's how it all works. Anyway, all right, that took us down some great stories. But let's real quick talk about a couple things that are going on because we're fired up. Winter meeting's coming. San Diego's looking for a shortstop. Rosenthal said something about it. A couple guys are saying something about it. So the question is, and Bogarts is the name they're talking about. Bogarts won't move to third.
Yeah, why are they looking for a shortstop?
But, like, how can he move to third? Like, maybe they just don't – maybe they want to cut ties with Tatis, but they just gave him – how much money is he making?
$340 million. They're not going to cut ties with Tatis.
I know. So what? And Bogarts isn't going to move. It's a very confusing subject.
Well, yeah. Because you got Machado.
Yeah, Machado's not moving.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they put him in third. No, they can't.
And
The best player, one of the best players in baseball.
Bogarts isn't going to move to second. It's a very quirky thing. The Padres are in a real strange predicament with Tatis coming back.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Dude, it's out there.
It doesn't make sense.
It is out there.
For them to go get. Well, you know, it's funny, though, when you look at those, of the four guys, Trey Turner, Bogarts, Swanson, and who's the other one? Trey Turner, Bogarts, Swanson, and Correa.
Yeah.
Dude, Trey Turner used to be a Padres farmhand. Did you know that?
I know. You mentioned that earlier.
And then he got traded to the Nationals when he was like an A-ball or something. That. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, man, Trey Turner, this guy's incredible. Yeah, he used to be with the Padres. So maybe there's a nice reunion waiting to be there. I'll tell you what, man. AJ Preller and the Padres are just like opening the checkbook to say, we want to win this whole thing, whatever it takes, to win it. I think the biggest thing, though, you win it on the bump, man. You can their lineups, they got Soto now, they got Machado, they got they have some pretty good bats in there, Cronenworth. But I think, dude, you got to keep stockpiling pitching. So, but I do love that. And I believe it. The fact that you say the Padres are in, I believe that. Yeah. I believe anything about AJ Preller or wherever he's at.
Padres were involved in my favorite trade of all time. My personal favorite trade of all time. Do you remember what it was? We were kids. It was December 5th, 1990. It was done at the winter meetings outside Chicago.
Okay, yeah, I do. Hang on. It was Roberto Alomar.
Ding.
Roberto Alomar, Joe Carter.
Ding.
To the Blue Jays.
Correct.
For Fred McGriff.
Yeah. This one's tough, but you got it. You want a clue?
Yeah.
Infield. Great player.
Tony Fernandez.
Yes.
Tony Fernandez.
Dude.
Let's go, dude. That's incredible.
Good
I just
job.
nailed that
Good
one.
job. Fernandez is the one
that's one of the greatest trades ever for both. It worked out great for both ways. Yeah.
Dude, Tony Fernandez was an underrated, amazing player. He was a great player.
Dude, really quick. I got another story. My first big league at bat ever. I'm going out to hit. I'm pinch hitting for Dave Justice. Our equipment never come in from Buffalo. They're like, all right, and you got the single flap now in the big leagues. You're like, oh, I'm a big leaguer.
Yeah.
But dude, I don't have a helmet. I don't have anything. I go through the helmet rack, and I find a 7 1/4 lefty helmet, and I'm like, it's Tony Fernandez. I don't even know Tony. It's my first day in the big league. So I go up to Tony Fernandez. I'm like, Tony, any chance I could use your helmet?
This is
man,
Cleveland. He was with the Indians.
Yeah. He's like, mi hermano, go ahead. So my first big league bat, I used Manny Ramirez's bat, Jeff Manto's batting gloves, and Tony Fernandez's left-handed helmet, 7 1/4.
Great
incredible
story.
Yeah, isn't that incredible?
Story. Oh my God, so good.
Jeez.
All right, last one. Let's do one last one. We got to do it daily now. 50-50.
50-50 Judge to the Giants.
Yeah, according to our boy Morosi. Morosi's great. How about?
I think it helps. I think it helps his negotiations to even from Morosi to say that 50-50 to the Giants. Hey, the Giants are going to make a push for him, bro. They're going to overpay for him. And it's good. The question's going to be, will the Yankees be willing to get to that? Get it close to that number. Remember, we go back to Cano, or we go back to Pujols. Pujols, got offered $240 by the Angels, and back then that was a ton of money. And the Cardinals offered him $200. So the Cardinals offer was still legit. But it was $40 million less, than what the Angels were offering. So my question is the Giants offer, if the Yankees are at 310, are the Giants at 350?
Have to be.
And does that sway him from going to San Fran? That's a big question, man. $40 million. I know it. Listen, I know you're splitting hairs at that point, but I guess the respect factor of the whole thing, and where Judge is too with turning down that offer last year, and the kind of the public Cashman bringing out to the public, and then he wins the MVP.
Yeah.
So,
how Steinbrenner said, we want you as a Yankee for life. They got to pony up probably. The most interesting. This brings a thought. My favorite thing about the winter meetings isn't actually the players moving and all that stuff. It's watching the insiders, man, because these guys grind. They're nuts, especially when I used to produce Hot Stove. It was the first thing in the morning, and you'd see Rosenthal fucking bouncing around like a pinball all over the Gaylord Theater and wherever, Texas.
Yeah, you can't have a conversation with those guys because they're always like, "I got a text message. I got to go."
Their brains
they go
are
hide
somewhere
in the corner.
else. They literally hide in the corner. You'll be walking around the winter meetings and you'll see like Ken behind a tree just sitting there typing up a story. And I'm not even exaggerating, right, Case? The other thing is, like, I've asked them all. I've asked him, Heyman, Sherman, all those guys. Dude, how do you know when a GM's telling you the truth? Because whoever, let's just say, I mean, I trust JP, but, like, he has to source out whoever told him that it's 50-50. He's got to know, like, what you just said. Like, he might have more leverage knowing that that's out. So Judge's agent has more leverage. So this Judge's agent, you never know if these guys are paying somebody under. And I'm not doing serious conspiracy theory.
No, but it makes sense.
Hey,
it makes sense.
Give this tip out.
Put a 50-50 rumor out there if you can.
Yeah, I do. I won't say which insider it was, but they broke a huge story, and they told me never to reveal. I can't say who the player was, and I can't say who got the story, but they told me they got a story because they paid a room service person to listen in on a conversation in a suite.
No way. No way.
And it broke a huge story. How crazy is that? So that's what's going to be happening. That's what happens. It's no joke. And these guys, the other amazing thing is when they're all sitting around eating dinner and stuff, everybody's looking around to see who's sitting next to him. Does anybody have a recording device? It is seriously like espionage going on for an entire week where all you have to, and nobody leaves the building. So half of the time, half of these people are completely half in a bag. Like, it's an unbelievable, like, testosterone-filled mayhem going on.
You're right. It's incredible the process that these guys do. Like Heyman and Sherman and Rosenthal, Jason Stark, Nightingale, all these guys, all these insiders. It's
amazing stuff.
Morosi's starting to lead the way with that insider stuff.
Morosi's doing a great job. The other guy who's one of the, I don't want to call them up and comers because that's insults how great they've been there whole long. But I love Feinsand's killing it too. He's been
Feinsand's great, man. Feinsand's doing great. He's doing great on the network too. He's getting some hits. So.
Yeah, and all those guys in general are great.
They're all awesome.
I haven't met a bad one in our sport, in this sport, as far as their jobs. So anyway, we're still fired up. Oh, geez, it's Friday. I just realized it's Friday. I didn't realize
it's Friday, bro. It's Friday. We're here. We're here.
And I'm putting my Christmas decorations up this weekend.
Dude, I just saying the same thing, dude. My girls are like, Dad, when you put the Christmas decorations up, I'm like, today.
Yeah, we got to do it.
So I got to get those down. We got to get those up.
Yeah, when it starts saying I got nerve. I woke up this morning and I'm like, man, it's December 2nd. I'm like, I got to get the tree up. We got a fake tree. I got a pencil tree. You know what a pencil tree is?
No, what's a pencil tree?
Oh, it's like tall and thin. It's pretty funky. It's a little it's a little nouveau.
Get it at Target?
No. It's a legit. We got I forget. We scoured everywhere. Some company, like a tree company, and pay a couple extra bucks for it because we want to keep, like, we really liked it and want to keep it for a while. So we didn't get like the pop-up tree. I've always looked at those. You see those? They come in like a little bag, and you open a bag and it's just
a thing
tree,
boing.
And it's got lights and everything on it. I've considered that before. I always think about it when I'm bringing my tree back upstairs 3 flights into my attic. I'm like, fuck, we should just get like one of those pop-up trees.
But now I have the one. I have one that has lights on it too, and my Uncle Jim was a New York City firefighter. Yeah. So early on, he would always say, "Dude, don't get a real tree because they catch fire so easy." My parents were like, "No real trees," from since I was 5, it's embedded. So I got the fake tree too.
Yeah. Plus, I got dogs and cats, man. Everybody tries to get in there, like tries to drink the water. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, the cats are hitting all the freaking
and then
ornaments.
for the next 6 months, you're pulling. Oh man, we're Grinches right now. Let's keep it positive. We're going. I just hate the needles. You sit on the needle. You sit on one of the needles, it goes straight through your ass.
Dude, I also got the I finally splurged.
I saw that. Looks nice.
Splurged for the lights on my house.
Yeah.
My neighbor, who's my buddy Chris Singer, who's from Australia, he's like, "Hey mate," he texted me the other night. He's like, "Do you have any sunglasses I could borrow?" And I'm like, I was like, "I don't know if I do." So I go, "No, I don't know, bro." He goes, I think a plane just landed on our street. And then he takes a picture of my house, and it looks like a plane has crashed over the hill, but it's really my house.
Christmas Vacation?
Yeah,
like Christmas
Clark
Vacation?
Griswold. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's so good. So good. All right, well, let's get ready to do that. We got meetings today. I got to run.
Yeah, man. All right, brother. Hey, have a great weekend. Everyone out there, thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Let's go.
Get your trees
see you guys Monday. I'll be at the winter meetings on Monday.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun week of shows. Big
time. At the winter meetings. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. We'll lock it in.
And you might get some guests. Sean might freaking
I'm
throw
gonna
his
try
iPhone at some people. Awesome.
Try and grab some people.
All right, everybody, have an awesome weekend.
Okay, Chinch. Love you, man.
Love you.
Have a great weekend. See you, man.
I'm gonna get